In today's video, I'm going to be discussing August 14th, a big announcement, and your Social Security checks, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, and VA benefits. I have all the details for you right here in the video. Let's get into it and discuss what's going on. All right, in just a matter of days here, we're going to be getting a very, very important announcement that will directly 100% impact your benefit that you receive from Social Security for over 70 million beneficiaries. Now, leading up to this announcement, we've been looking at some different data here pointing toward this may actually be a pretty beneficial announcement for fixed income beneficiaries, but we won't know all the details until we actually get this information. But this is critically important and vitally important, however you want to say it. This is very, very important, and again, will directly impact the amount of money you get in your benefit amount going forward. So, not sure about you, but that's very important in my opinion, right? Because remember, are your monthly benefits important to you? Yes. This is your lifestyle. This is your bank account. This is everything that goes on here. This is your income. So again, I'm not sure about you. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, this is vitally important. Why I want to watch this so incredibly closely here, okay? So let's get into it and talk about August 14th, what we can anticipate this day, and why and how this is going to impact you and your money. However, really fast before we get into it, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you've not done so yet, will you please make sure to join the other nearly 500,000 people here on the channel that have already hit that subscribe button right down below the video? Thank you. I truly do appreciate it. I'm here for you every single day. I'm doing all the research, advocating on your behalf, breaking it all down into these short videos, and doing anything I possibly can to answer questions, watch the headlines, and bring you information that's coming out right now. There's a lot of things that are changing, and considering right now we're only a couple months out from some very, very big changes here in the country as well. Yeah, okay, very important stuff going on right now. So again, thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe down below. I'm here for you every single day, no matter what, to bring you the information, to give it to you straight, all these things like this, talk you through the details. And again, just want to help you get more money, benefits, increases to benefits, anything like that. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. So again, thank you so much. Please join the other nearly 500,000 people here on the channel, subscribe, and thanks so much. Let's talk through the details. All right, so here we go, okay? This is number one of three, okay? So August 14th is number one of three different data points that we're looking for here, okay? So stick with me on this for a second. I'm going to explain all the details about this. But this is going to be the data release that we've all been looking for and we've been anticipating so far this year. In fact, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you've been hearing me talk about it. So far this year, every month I've come back and said, here we go. Here we go. Look at the data here. We're looking a little bit higher. We're getting higher. We're getting higher, right? Anybody else getting higher these days? I'm just kidding. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about though, okay? So my point is, here's why this is so important. This is data point number one of the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, or the data point, the inflation data for the 3 months that we watch very closely to determine how much your raise is going to be next year in the COLA, okay? Now you might be thinking, really? Do we really care about this? We do. Here's why. Remember, the COLA is not guaranteed. The COLA could be zero, okay? The COLA can be zero. Social Security is not obligated in any way, shape, or form to give a raise, okay? They do not have to give a raise every year, but they do most years, and it's based off of the CPIW, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, okay? Well, guess what? On the 14th, the morning of 8:30 a.m. East Coast time, we're going to be getting the all-important announcement out of inflation for the month of July, okay? Now remember, wait, August 14th, July's inflation? Yeah, that's how it always works, okay? We always get the inflation data about in the middle of the month for the previous month. So this is actually July's inflation data. Now, so far this year, I've talked about this many times before in other videos. Every month, we get an inflation data point, and it's for the previous month, okay? Now, we've been coming out with projections, forecasts, speculations, all kinds of things like this over the last, 6 or 7 months now, so far this year, and I've been coming back saying, look, the inflation data continues to point higher. The CPIW is pointing higher and higher, right? You've been hearing me talk about this if you've been watching the videos. Well, this data point, it's not practice anymore. This is the real deal, okay? So we are game on here, 100%. This is right, okay? So this is data point number one. Remember, we're looking for 3 data points, okay? This is number one, okay? This one we're getting on, what is that, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday the 14th. This is data point 1. In another month from now, in September, mid-September, I don't know the exact date, I haven't looked it up yet, we're going to be getting data point number 2, right? Okay, so this is Data point number 2 that we'll be getting in mid-September. That's still another month from now, okay? So let's not worry about that one right now, but that'll be the inflation data for the month of August. But this is going to be number 1. So now, whatever this announcement comes in at, remember, we're not looking at the CPI, the headline number. No, don't look at that, okay? I'll bring that to your attention right away when we get it. But we're not looking at that one. We're going to look at the CPIW, okay? Within the inflation data points, there's tons of different readings, okay? The CPIW is one of them, and that is the key one that they use to determine the COLA for next year, okay? Now remember this much as well. I want to make this very clear. It is not this one data point. We're looking for 3 data points. This is the first of 3. We'll get another one in 1 month. We'll get another one in 2 months, but these will be the 3 data points that will be used to compare inflation year over year. They're going to use the inflation data from July, August, and September, as you've heard me talk about before. This is July's inflation data. They're going to use this along with the other 2 data points we'll get over the next 2 months here. They'll compare it year over year to the same time frame last year, and the difference of inflation is called the COLA. That's it, okay? Now, here's why this is so important. So far this year, you've heard me say this before in other videos. Has inflation been going up, down, or sideways? It's not a trick question, okay? Let's say it all together, Raw, okay? It's a 2-letter word. Let's say it. 1, 2, 3, up. It's going up, right? Seriously, right? We don't need to be rocket scientists. We don't need to be brainiacs to figure this out. Prices are still going up, right? Maybe in some very selective areas, maybe on some very select products, maybe prices are holding steady and possibly going down a little bit. Let's not be fooled. We know what's going on here, okay? Prices are still going up. So far this year, we've seen the trajectory of inflation. Up, and away. It keeps going up, right? I've been pointing that out in other videos. Well, again, this is playing right into these 3 months here, the 3 critically important months, July, August, and September. And in just a matter of days here, we're going to be data point number 1, and we will have to see here if this still continues to trend higher and what this means for the beneficiaries. But so far, the forecasts coming in on the COLA for this following year, 2025, you've been hearing me say it for now, right? The projections and forecasts continue to come in showing the inflation is going up, and this is pointing toward a bigger and bigger raise. So if this goes up yet again, guess what? We've just locked in a little bit more money, okay? Now, this is the important point, is that this data point actually matters. All of the others that I've talked about so far this year, I've said it before in other videos, I've made it very clear, those ones, although important, are not used in the calculation. They're very important because they give us a trend. They give us a trend line to look at. They give us a trajectory of the inflation. Where's it going? Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going sideways? Well, we see that it continues to go up. So it gives us that foresight. It gives us the trajectory of the direction, right? Now that we have that, we have a pretty good idea what's going to happen during these 3 months, right? Just remember, Newton's law, whatever that one was, I don't know, was it Newton's second law of physics or something like that? An object in motion remains in motion until acted upon by an outside force. Same thing with inflation. Same thing. Nothing changes, right? It'll continue in the same trajectory until it is acted upon by an outside force. What's that outside force? It could be the Federal Reserve. It could be a massive recession. It could be purging of the money supply. I mean, there's a lot of different things here, okay? But you get my point here, okay? So that's what we're going to want to focus on, okay? So a little lesson in Newton's laws and a little lesson on inflation brings me back to high school, right? I don't think I learned a single thing in high school other than to, procrastinate on everything I did. That's about all I learned in high school. So anyway, I hope this helps you. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. I'm laughing because I'm impressed in myself right now. I'm like thinking back. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I just pulled all this stuff out of my little magical hat of information. I literally didn't know that I knew that stuff, right? It's I surprise myself every day. Just being real with you, okay? Anyway, I hope this helps you. Please subscribe down below. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Let's continue to watch this. I'll bring this information to your attention as I get it and as I have a chance to go through it and dissect the whole report and bring it to you. But I will look through this one very closely because this is report 1 of 3 that's going to matter in a huge way going forward for your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, everything like that. Make sense? Anyway, please subscribe down below. Share the video with your friends on my social media. Check out any of the other videos here on the channel, the thousands in the video library, the ones I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section, or right now popping up on your screen, you'll see some videos there as well. Please check out one of those and stay tuned. I'm here for you. And